Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back into the video today. Today, the Houston Texans have re-signed defensive end Derek Rivers to the practice squad, as I think the Texans a week ago did sign Derek Rivers to the active roster, but now Rivers is back on the practice squad, and Rivers played in 2021 for the Texans for 5 games and 1 start, and had 1 sack with 9 tackles and 2 tackles for loss with 1 QB hit. 2022, he was supposed to make the 53-man roster, and he had a season-ending injury in the final preseason game against the San Francisco 49ers in Houston, missed the entirety of the 2022 season, and originally made the initial 53-man roster for the Houston Texans this season for the 2023 53-man roster. But then the Houston Texans needed to get linebacker Corey Littleton on the 53-man roster, so they had to waive Derek Rivers and sign him back to the practice squad. So then he joined the practice squad and was on the Texans practice squad. Then you saw them elevate him to the 53-man roster, and now he's back on the practice squad. So it's been back and forth for him, and he had 2 tackles for loss with 9 tackles in 2021 for the Texans, with even a sack as well. And it was great for the Texans in the preseason and the 2022 preseason, and was showing had a really good preseason in 2022, and would have been a really good player to have on the defensive line for the Texans in 2022. Not saying it would have changed major. The Texans still would have been terrible. They still would have won 3 games, but he would have been great for the defensive line if he was healthy and did not have to have season-ending surgery. And Texans liked him enough to re-sign him back in March and bring him back on the roster. He had a chance to compete, and he did really good in this year's preseason and training camp, well enough to make the initial 53-man roster, and now he's still on the practice squad. You guys let me know your thoughts on the signing, Texans fans. That's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and peace out. Go Texans.